Hi guys, I am Rishit Shah from Tally School, and today in this video you are going to learn how you can create a purchase order in Tally ERP 9 with GST. So today you are going to learn let's go into the post, because I've already created a post about purchase order in Tally ERP 9 with GST with examples. The purpose of creating the post is that if you want to read or go through the post along with pictures, you can go through that, and it also gives me and you a guideline through which we can create this video. So what you will learn in this video will go according to this post, because I've written everything in this post. So we will go according to this video. If you want to check out this post, be sure to check out. I'll add the link in the description, because there are many things which I am not able to explain to in the video, but there are many little gems which are hidden, and I have put them in this post. Also, in this post I am going to explain you certain things which are already in them. They are a great concepts. For example, I'll be using GST in this video, but GST in Tally in itself is a great topic and a big concept, so I will not explain everything about GST in Tally here. I'll just use the GST, but if you want to learn that, you have to come to this post, because I've added the links as per the information in this post. So what we will learn in this video about creating purchase orders in Tally, that meaning of purchase order, then how you can enable the purchase order in Tally or order processing in Tally, how to create purchase order in Tally ERP 9 with GST, then finding the purchase order in Tally or purchase order book, then how to add the terms and conditions in the purchase order, how you can change your purchase order number. So what is a purchase order in Tally? Now I have added this specific question because purchase order, you understand what is purchase order. There is nothing new in it. If you want to purchase something, you give someone a purchase order, or you give someone an order. It is called a purchase order. But on the other hand, there is a slight confusion, because even if you want to sell something and someone may tell you that I want to purchase this much things from you, so it is also a purchase order, but for them. So we use the word purchase order interchangeably for ourselves as well as for the person from whom we are purchasing. So even if you are selling, you might tell someone that I got a big purchase order. Yeah, that is quite possible. And even if you're purchasing from someone, they might use the same analogy as well. So we are going to first define what is a purchase order right now in this video in Tally, and what does it mean in Tally, so we don't get confused. So purchase order in Tally is that you are going to purchase something from someone. So for example, if you are going to purchase 20 black t-shirts, for this example 30 white t-shirts and 50 grey t-shirts, then it is a purchase order. So if you give an order to that company, the t-shirt company, which is our sundry creditor in this example, then you are purchasing from them. So purchase order in this example and in Tally, it means that you are actually purchasing, or you are giving an order to purchase something from them. It does not mean that someone is purchasing from you. That is a sales order. So we will look at purchase order in this video, as well as wherever you are in Tally or whenever you are in Tally. The purchase order term means your own purchase, your company's purchase. So that confusion is solved. Now we have looked at the meaning of the purchase order. Now let me show you how you can enable order processing in Tally or purchase order in Tally. So we are at the gateway of Tally. I am in Tally right now, and I am in the Tally School company. So what we have to do is to enable the purchase order, or it is also called order processing, because purchase, sales order, everything comes under order processing. We have to go to the features option here. So features, then we have to go to accounting features, and sorry, we have to go to inventory features, and there is order processing. So here the order processing, the option is enable purchase order processing, enable sales order processing, and enable job order processing. So I've enabled all of the three, but you can just enable purchase order processing also to if you want to just use purchase order processing. But I highly recommend you enable purchase, sales as well as job order processing, because if you want to use the cost centers in Tally, for which I will be creating the next video, so if you want to use that, then job order processing is going to be useful. And if you enable all of them, it will be good, because when you are creating purchase orders, there are high chances you will be create a sales order, and if you are creating purchase and sales order both, then there are high chances that job order processing is also useful to you. Job order processing, in short, in one line, it means that whenever you give something to someone and they process it, or they do a certain job like embroidery or like weaving, or they do anything on that material, like you give some material to make 20 t-shirts to someone, then that is job order processing. So in all of the cases, just enable these three options, because they are useful once you start using order processing or any of the orders. So I've already enabled them. You would just have to type a Y, E, S, yes, or just simply Y, and enter, press enter sometimes, and then after you have done all above for all of the three yes, then click on here accept or Ctrl+A. So accept. Now why we press Ctrl+A is because under double underlines is there under the A letter. So double underline under any letter, it means in Tally it means Control plus that letter. So here is double underline under the A letter, that means Ctrl+A to accept. If there is no underline like this one, simply press that button. So if I press F1, I directly go into the accounts features or accounting features. And if there is a single underline, you have to press Alter plus that number or that letter. So here you can see K and then there is a single underline, so that means Alter plus K. Now K and double underline, that means Ctrl+K. So these are certain nuances, or we can say certain things about Tally which you should know. Also, these are shortcuts about Tally, and I have created an entire post with PDF and Excel file about Tally shortcuts, which I'll link it below. There are total 380 plus Tally shortcuts that I've listed according to the latest Tally version with GST. So 380 shortcuts, man. If you even remember 50, 60 shortcuts, you will be operating Tally like oil, like butter. No one can beat you in operating Tally faster because of the shortcut. So I'll link it down in the below, the shortcut link, Tally shortcut link, the PDF as well as the Excel links. So you can go to that post and download the PDF and Excel files. It is very easy. So I'll just accept it here. You have to do the same. Now we have enabled order processing in Tally. Purchase order, sales order, everything. Now let's move ahead, and I've already explained you what to do as per the pictures. So if your internet is slow or there are less data in your internet plan, you can just open this post and learn it. Now, how to create a purchase order in Tally? We will take an example. We will take the example that you have put a purchase order. That means you want to buy 20 black t-shirts, 30 white t-shirts and 50 gray t-shirts from a person or a company called the t-shirt company. So the order is something like this: black t-shirt, white t-shirt, gray t-shirt. Rate is 80 rupees per t-shirt, 90 and 100. So the rate of black t-shirt is 80 rupees per t-shirt, and total amount will be, as you are purchasing 20 black t-shirts, so it will be 1600. Similarly for white it will be 2700, and gray t-shirt it will be 5000. Total amount is 9300 excluding GST. On the entire order there is 18% GST which you have to pay. So now to do the above purchase order entry, we need some ledgers. we need some ledgers because they will be used in our purchase order. First, the t-shirt company ledger, it will be under sundry creditors with GST configuration. Then black t-shirt, white t-shirt, grey t-shirt. These three are stock items with GST configurations. I'll show you the GST configuration what I have done, but if you want to learn the GST configuration, then here are all the links: configure GST options, creating ledgers, stock items, list of ledgers. If you want to know what ledger under option will come, for example in t-shirt company, why I chose sundry creditors, that is the under option, that you can go through here, this link. So I've listed all the links below here. You can just come here and go to each and every link and learn how to do everything in Tally. Purchase 18%, that is a purchase ledger or purchase account with GST configuration. So you need these 5 ledgers including these 3 stock items to create a purchase order that I'm going to explain you right now. So we are going to create a purchase order exactly like this: 20 black t-shirt, 30 white t-shirt, and 50 grey t-shirts. So I have already created the purchase order. So let's see, if you want to create a purchase order, what you have to do is, on the gateway of Tally, as soon as you enable order processing, you will see the option order vouchers here, which you will not see if the order processing has not been enabled. So you go to the order vouchers from gateway of Tally, and we are already in the purchase order. If you are not in the purchase order, you can come here and press on this button, which is purchase order, or you can just press Alt plus F4 and you will be in the purchase order. Now after you are in the purchase order, you will notice, or you have already noticed, that this screen is almost the same as a purchase voucher screen. There is no big difference, and there is a reason for that, because it is like actual purchase. The only difference is that you are creating an order right now, you are not actually purchasing it. So it is exactly, or I can say almost exactly same like a purchase voucher screen. Now once you are in the screen, what you have to do ahead, I will show you, because I have already created a purchase order. So I am going to display, by the way, I am going to explain you later in this video how you can see your own purchase orders once you have created them. So inventory books, then purchase order book, then this month of March, and I've created a purchase order long back. So first thing you have to do is select a particular date or your appropriate date on which you want to create a purchase order, then press enter, then select the party account name, then in that select your sundry creditor from whom you are purchasing. Because you are purchasing, it will be your sundry creditor. Now just let me show you what GST configuration I have done in this particular ledger, so you know exactly what to do. So I am just pressing Ctrl plus enter right now, and I have selected the t-shirt company. As soon as I press Ctrl plus enter, an alteration screen will open up right from here. So Ctrl plus enter, and you can see ledger alteration, and alteration screen has opened up. This is the same screen if you want to alter a ledger in Tally. So this is how it is done in Tally with the use of the shortcut. So if you know the shortcuts, which are exactly 380 plus, your work in Tally will be very much easy. Now the GST, accept all these configurations, the GST configuration is very easy. You have to select the state in which the creditor is located. In my case, I have selected Gujarat, which is the same state as this company is created in, or I am in the same state. So in short, we are in the same state, the creditor and I. So there will be CGST and SGST applicable. There will be no IGST. So I have selected the same state. If your state is different, then only IGST will be applicable. See, here it is also written, select the applicable state to calculate GST during voucher entry. So I have selected Gujarat, and here are the GST details. So the registration type of t-shirt company is regular. If it is any other like composition, it may be sometimes, you can select that. Enter the GSTIN of your creditor. In my case, I have not entered the GSTIN because I don't have actually the GSTIN, because This is just an example. There is no t-shirt company in reality, so I'm just keeping this. You have to enter here the exact real GST or UIN, whatever you have, whatever is applicable. So the warning has come up in Tally because I'm not specified. Yes, I know that. And set auto GST details. Generally it is set to no, because when you press yes and press enter, these are some advanced options which are in most of the cases are set to no. Let me just show you by pressing Y and pressing enter. So again, regular, same option, SSE of any other territory. It is not of other territory, it is of India. So e-commerce operator, no. Generally this is set to no, because generally you do not purchase or sell from e-commerce operator. This option is very useful for the persons who are selling online through Amazon, through Flipkart, through any other e-commerce operator. We call them e-commerce operator in the GST law, or purchasing from them for their businesses using GST. So if you are doing that, then select yes. Consider party as dimmed export for purchases. Again, this is an advanced option, so we'll keep it to no. This is not dimmed exporter, and party type is not applicable. Now again, these are deemed export, embassy, UN body, SEZ. Most of the firms, most of the businesses don't require these options, so not applicable. And again, GST, no. Is a transporter. This is also again useful if you're transporting goods, so again no. So that's why these options are all set to no generally, and that's why the main options are given here. All other options are not given outside. So now create and accept. So now we have entered our supplier or sundry creditors details, and these are our details. These are the suppliers details: t-shirt company, India, Gujarat. Order details are here, payment and terms of delivery. So I'll explain this later in the video what this is about. These are just some terms and conditions, and that and some of the terms of the delivery about which I'll be explaining later in this video. Right now we should focus on the order voucher, purchase order voucher in Tally. So now the option, as soon as you press enter and you select this, you will go to the order number. So enter the order number. I have selected it 112 just randomly and press enter. Now first option, I have selected black t-shirt. So for this you have to create 3 stock items: black t-shirt, white t-shirt, gray t-shirt. Now I'll just show you one stock item, the configuration of one GST configuration of one stock item, and accordingly exactly in the same way you have to create the GST configuration of all the 3 stock items. So again, if I press Ctrl plus enter, I'll be in the stock item alteration. The units are numbers. Many times people ask me that way when they create stock items, they do not get the option here, or they do not get the option of quantity and rate. They directly get the value option. That is because you have not created units, or you have not selected units. So if you do not select or create a unit, how Tally will calculate the unit of that particular stock item? So you directly get the option of value. Unit in general or common sense, it means a particular calculation of that particular stock item. So if you are, let's say if you're creating a milk as your stock item, then the unit will be liter. Milk is calculated in liters. We are creating t-shirts, so our unit is numbers. If you want to create an entire stock item and how you can create that with GST configuration, as I said, all the links are in that post, and that link to that post I'll keep it in the description, so it will be easy for you to navigate as well. Now primary, under primary categories I'll select not applicable right now. Now in my case the units has skipped, but if you're creating it for the first time, this will not skip, as I've already used this stock item in my entry, that is I've already created the purchase order. It will skip up. Now you cannot change the units after you've done the entry, so it will be numbers. And maintaining batches, I'll keep it to no. Now these are all advanced options, I'll keep it to no right now. GST applicable, yes. Set alter GST details, yes. Press Y and press enter. You'll see a screen like this, and HSN 1234, just a normal random HSN. This is not the real HSN, you have to enter the real HSN here. Is it non-GST goods? No, it is a GST good. Calculation type on value. Now taxability it will again skip because I've already used. You have to select taxable, and reverse charge no, ineligible for input credit, no, it is eligible, and the rate is 18%, 9%, and state tax is also 9%. So it is 18.99. So this is how the GST configuration is done, and press enter. Similarly, you have to do the exact same thing for the white t-shirt and the gray t-shirt. Everything is same. Type of supply will be goods. Now again press enter. So here you can see I am getting the option of quantity, and if I press enter, so I've not entered the quantity, otherwise I'll get the option of rate as well. So whenever you enter the units, you'll get the option of quantity. If you do not enter the units or leave it blank, you'll directly come to the value. So press enter. Now due on, so you have to enter the due date here. So I'll just enter the due date at 31st March, 1 month later than the order. So let me just check the post if I have entered any due date. So yes, the due date is 31st March. Now go down any, and quantity is 20, 20, 80, 1600 total. So 20 actual and billed as well, and rate is 80 rupees. Total amount 1600. Press enter, and in the similar exact way, now when you press enter once again, you will be prompted with this small screen in which we have to select our purchase account, which we have already created. That is a purchase ledger. So now again let me go in there, press Ctrl plus enter, and let me show you what I have done. So purchase account, it will be under purchase account. So I was talking about this in the beginning of the video. If you do not know how to select this under option, which option from this list to select from this, for this, anytime you create a ledger, which option to select from this whole list, I've created an entire post along with the list of ledgers that you should select under a particular ledger. Say for example under expenses, which of the ledgers you select. I've created an entire list for that. I'll link that down in the description so you can directly go to that post as well. Now inventory values are affected to yes, then type of ledger not applicable, we'll keep these options as no. So under GST, set alter GST details, is GST applicable? Yes. And set alter GST detail, let me show, press Y and press enter. The same thing which we have set up in the stock item, except that here you do not have to enter any HS and SSE. This is just a purchase account. So make sure it is taxable, and here nature of transaction I keep it to non-applicable, because let me just go back, not applicable, because there is a reason for that. Whenever you purchase or create a purchase order, Tally will automatically take up the transaction type, that is interstate purchase or taxable purchase or purchase from SAS or whatever, exempt. So we will keep it here not applicable. And the reason for that is Tally will take up that from our sundry creditor or sundry debtors ledger, which we have already defined. And because of this, we can use this purchases ledger on all the types of purchases, not just taxable purchases or just interstate purchases. That's why I keep it not applicable, and taxability is taxable, reverse charge no, ineligible no, and the rate is 18.99, 18 integrated, 99 central and state. So I'll just go back, and type of supply goods. So purchase 18%. In the name itself I've written 18%, so I know GST 18%. This ledger should be selected for purchases. Press enter, and as soon as you press enter, Tally will show you a small pop-up screen, which means it is a classification pop-up, and Tally has already classified this transaction as purchase taxable, that is in the brackets. As per Tally, this transaction is purchase taxable, which is perfect, which is what we are doing. But if for some reason Tally has selected wrong or you want to change it, you can just change it here in this in this option, in this field. So if I press dot, you can see all these, the list of classification has appeared here as well. But for now we will select not applicable because Tally has selected purchase taxable perfectly. Now amount is 1600. Again, this is for the black t-shirt, and press enter. So similarly you have to do the entire thing for white t-shirt and gray t-shirt. Now in this video you will be thinking that it is very time consuming, but I am explaining everything to you along with the GST configurations and how you can do it, and that's why it looks like this is time consuming, but I have created this order in less than a minute, so it is that easy. White t-shirt, again, if I go, and due date is 31st March, 30, no, the quantity is 30 here, and rate is 90, so 2700. Again, purchase account is purchase 18%, 2700, and gray t-shirt, due date is 31st March, 50, 100, 5000, and purchase account 18%. Tally has selected purchase taxable for this also. Press enter, press enter. So we have entered all the 3 stock items in our purchase order. Now the time is for the GST ledger, so we will press enter. Now before I press enter, just have a look at here, have a close look here. You can see this selection, the Tally selection is above the total is 9300 before GST, so above the total. So if I press enter, now it is below the total. So as soon as it is below the total, because there is no other way to know, as soon as it is below the total, you have to enter the GST ledgers, because now we have entered all our stock items, all the total order of the purchase. Now this is the time to enter the GST, SGST, or delivery expenses, packing expenses, everything. So if you have delivery expenses, packing expenses included in this order, first you have to enter that, then GST, because GST will be calculated on that as well. So we have no packing or any kind of expenses, we have just GST. So you have to select CGST and SGST. So if you want to know how to create this taxation ledgers, GST taxation ledgers in Tally, I have linked it down in the description as well. So you will find in the description of my YouTube video 3 links. One is for this post directly, second is for the post on which ledger to select under when. So whenever you create a ledger in Tally, which item to select from the list for under option. And the third link you will find is how to create GST taxation ledgers, that is the CGST, SGST. I will just press Ctrl plus Enter to show you what I have done. So CGST, duties and taxes, it will be under duties and taxes. Then I was talking about this, if you have still not understood why I have selected duties and taxes in under option. So I have created an entire post and I have linked that below. Type of duty, CGST, because this is GST, this is GST. Then central tax for CGST, no. And all the options to no. Just here, percentage of calculation, make sure it is 0%. There's a reason behind that, because whenever you select 0%, Tally will take up the percentage of GST from the stock items, because we have already defined the percentage in the stock items, we have already defined the percentage in our sundry creditors as well, in our purchase account as well, which is 18%. So from both the places Tally will take up. The reason for that is again the same as, because when we have select 0%, we can use this CGST ledger for all the percentage types transactions. So even if we are creating an entry or a purchase order where the GST is applicable, the rate is 28%. So we do not have to create another GST ledger for that. We can just use this because it will pick up 28% from that stock item or from that purchase account. I hope you understood this. If you have not understand this, I'm going a little bit fast. So if you have not understand what I'm talking about, comment down below and I'll try to explain in little bit detail. But if you have understood this, great. Press enter. Rounding method not applicable. You can select the rounding method as per your convenience. It is okay, and just press enter. So similarly, in the same way, you have to create SGST ledger as well. The good thing about Tally is, or the best thing about Tally is, if you have done everything correct right now till now, CGST will be calculated automatically. That is 837 on 9,300. If you have done anything incorrect or missed something, then here the CGST will not be calculated automatically. So it is a good thing to know that if CGST or GST is calculated automatically here, that means your entry right now till now is correct or entirely correct. Press enter, enter as GST from the list of ledgers and press enter. 837. So both are 837, 99%, total 18%. We can see the tax analysis. I'll just click on here, tax analysis and detailed. So we can see black t-shirt, 9% calculation on the black t-shirt, which is 288. Similarly on white t-shirt we can see, on gray t-shirt also we can see. So we can see almost everything, the entire tax calculation details, what percentage and exact amounts of each particular t-shirt as well, and in total as well 1674. So total GST is 1674. Now we will go back. So I am in the purchase order voucher right now. So our total entire amount of the purchase order is 9,300 plus GST, which is 10,974, and total quantity of our t-shirts is 100 t-shirts. So total we have ordered 100 t-shirts. Press enter, press enter, press enter, and so that is how you create a purchase order in Tally. This is how simple it is, and it is almost exactly same like creating a purchase voucher in Tally with GST. Now we will move ahead. In this post we have already created a purchase order. I have explained everything here in this post with pictures and with instructions with pictures what you have to do. So yes, this is the tax analysis, and now let's see how you can see all your purchase order in a purchase order book in Tally. So I am already in the purchase order book, but let me go back fast. So I am in the gateway of Tally. Now you already created a purchase order, but where can you see it? You can see the list of all your purchase orders in your purchase order book. So from Tally you have to go to the display option, which is here, display, press enter, then go to the inventory books. Here this the fifth option, then press enter. Then under inventory, in the inventory box option, there is sales order books and purchase order book, sales orders book and purchase orders book. So we will right now go to the purchase order book because we want to see that. And now it is a month-wise allocation of purchase order. So there are no orders in any month except month March. You can see one order. So go there and press enter. If you go, then you can see the list of all the purchase order vouchers in that particular month from 1st March to 31st March. So press enter, and you can see the purchase order that we have right now created. It is 112 and everything is exactly the same. So this is how you can see the purchase order or list of purchase orders in Tally. Let's move ahead or move forward. How to add terms and conditions in purchase order in Tally. Remember I was telling you when we were at that screen that what are the purchase and conditions. We will discuss it at the later in the video. So this is the time we are going to discuss it. Now in purchase orders, sometimes or many times you have to enter the terms and conditions. The same case can be with your purchase voucher as well. Even if you are purchasing something from someone, you might end up adding some terms and conditions, or you might want to add. But in purchase order it is used frequently because then we know. For example, let's say you put a purchase order with the t-shirt company. The terms and conditions you put was that you want a delivery in 15 days. So that is a good term, and generally that is the case, and we cannot rely on just oral way of saying that. That means you just cannot say that okay, you'll give me in 15 days. Okay, you have to write it somewhere. It should be in the written. So if the party or if the creditor or if the t-shirt company if the t-shirt company for some reason, if they don't give the order to you in 15 days, you can, on the basis of that document, purchase order which is signed by you, which is signed by that company, you can take action, or you can just say them that this is what the terms and conditions are. If they are written on your purchase order, if they are not, you cannot do anything. So how you can add the terms and conditions in Tally? We are going to add two terms and conditions in our purchase order. that is payment in 15 days and delivery charges included. So you can add any terms and conditions. These are just examples. So I'll go in Tally and press enter. Enter. So as soon as you press enter on your t-shirt company or the creditor or the party account name option, press enter, and you can see all the details here. So this big screen or this yellow screen is divided into 3 parts if you notice. Number 1 is supplies details, number 2 is order details, and number 3 is receipt details. So in supply details we'll enter the supplier details, our details, etc. But in order details we can enter the terms and conditions. So mode, terms of payment. So payment in 15 days, you can also specify the mode. Now in other references you can just write that order delivery in 30 days, which we have already written in the due date of the order. So but still again, order delivery in 30 days and delivery charges included, terms of delivery. You can also write here that order delivery in 30 days. It does not make any difference, but the thing is it should be written on your purchase order. Now on the third option is receipt details, that is dispatched through and destination. So you can also enter this details as well, that is dispatched through maybe some courier service or some transportation service or directly through the company, and destination maybe it can be your address or some other branch address. It can be the address at which you want to receive your order. So that is it. You can enter all the details here also. And it is important because these all details will be printed on your purchase order when you print the purchase order and get the signature of the supplier as well as your signature. I'll show that to you in a minute how the purchase order looks like when you print it. So I'll just press enter and I will just save it. So this is how you can add the purchase order, terms and conditions and other payment terms and everything in the purchase order. So the last option is how you can change the purchase order number in Tally ERP 9. So let's say you created an order, now you want to change the order number. We have already created a purchase order with 112. Now if you want to change it to some other number, in this post I created the order with 108 and I changed to 112. So I'll just change the purchase order to 108 once again. If you want to change, to show you, just go into that order, come into this option, 100 and order number, just change it 108 and press enter, and Tally will save your purchase order to 108. So this is order reference number. So this is how you can change the order number easily. You can change it to anything you want. That's it. So this is how you create a purchase order in Tally, and the video will be uploaded soon. So I'm recording the video right now. So that's it. This is how you can create a purchase order in Tally. And let me just show you what it looks like when you print the purchase order. So I'll go into the purchase order, select the option of print. You can just select the option or press Alt+P, and I've selected with preview. So I'll not be actually printing it, but I'm just showing you the preview. So press enter and it will show you. So I've zoomed in. I have entered a logo, Tally School logo, so it is showing the logo. And important thing here, I have just printed it to tell you, to show you that this more terms of payment in 15 days, other references delivery in 30 days, order number and terms of delivery. You can enter the many or more terms as well here. Then dispatch to Tally School, state name and everything, t-shirt company, state name Gujarat, okay. Then black t-shirt, white t-shirt, grey t-shirt, due on, I've already explained that due on 31st March, quantity, rate, everything, discount 10,974 only with CGST, SGST, and this is how the purchase order looks like. You can also enable the breakup of the GST as per the stock item as well, but I have not enabled it right now, so it is not showing it, but you can enable that as well. So I'll just go back So this is how the purchase order will look like after you print it. So this is it for this video, guys. I'm sure now you have understood how you can create purchase order in Tally with GST and all the other things that you should take care of while creating the purchase order in Tally. If you still have any questions or doubts or any suggestion to make, then please comment down below and I will reply to you. I reply to most of the comments. Nowadays I've started replying to most of the comments. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have liked this video and if you've watched till now, then you have real hunger for knowledge because most people don't reach this point. So if you have watched till now, you have real hunger for knowledge, and that's good. But if you have liked this video and if you like what I'm doing, subscribe to Tally School YouTube channel. I'll be uploading videos daily, 5 p.m, 9 a.m. So 5 in the evening, 9 in the morning. 2 videos daily on Tally. So thank you for watching this video.